Hello everybody, this is me, SM19J. Welcome to a discussion video, and today I'm going to be discussing my thoughts on Mario Kart World. And as you can see by the title, this is more of a my feelings on Mario Kart World are mixed. On one hand, I am excited. On one hand, I am just a little bit disappointed by it. And I will explain it to you all in this discussion video. And yeah, this is going to be more of like a roundup of all the information that's been coming out recently. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it's my thoughts on all of the information that's been out from the Switch 2 Direct to the Treehouse, and then obviously to Mario Kart World Direct. So yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump on in with the first thing being um, my thoughts on the open world aspect of it. I think that's pretty cool. I do love how big it is and how you can and how in free mode you can explore it and whatnot. You can also do little missions in it. I do hope the missions are a little bit more like better. I will say I don't want it to just be like I don't want it to just be collect the coins or find a medallion or um find a hit a question block on a rooftop. I do hope there's a little bit more to it than just those. Maybe racing another character. Maybe there's also the other one which is trying to like drive all the way to like a goal post or a goal ring. That one looks fun. I guess. But yeah, I just hope there's a lot more to it than just those. And I guess I'll just call them missions at this point. Just that I guess that's just what they are. Even if it's most like you can just find them on your own rather than having to go to a character, talk to that character, then activate the mission and whatnot. But yeah, and then the tracks themselves, I think they look cool. I am a little bit worried about them being a little bit too big or too wide. I get it. They have to do it for the 24 racers and whatnot. But it's like watching gameplay footage, and it's just you driving, and you can like just easily get dodge out of the way of items and whatnot. Just because they have to make it so big for all 24 players to race on. There's like the footage that we see, like there are times where it's like a straight path or a straight road, and it's just like people just driving like all together and all happily and whatnot. But and it's like, no, where's the chaos? Where's everyone trying to throw stuff at each other? Where's the whole bumping and bumping into each other? So yeah, um, I just hope it's a little bit more chaotic. And then going to like the cups themselves, I am a little bit disappointed. There's only like 7 cups in the regular Mario Kart mode. Now I know in knockout mode that they have like their own set of cups, which makes sense. Um, But for the regular Mario Kart World Cups to only have like set oh my gosh, I can't talk. The regular mode in Mario Kart World only having 7 cups instead of like eight. Well, there's probably 8 cups honestly with the Rainbow World maybe being its own cup. But it's just knowing that there's probably only going to be like 32 tracks now, maybe, rather than 48 tracks or 96 tracks. Um, So yeah, so that sides, we're slowly going back down in terms of the number of tracks that we can race on. Maybe it'll update in DLC, but all I'm gonna say is if DLC better not be paid, it better not. You pay $80 if you don't get the bundle, and then you have to pay an additional 20 to $30 for the DLC. That's ridiculous. Um, and again, with the bundle, sure you can save $30, but like if you're a physical collector like me, then yeah, it sucks having to cost that and pay that much money, and then on top of that, DLC later on down the road. So I do hope it's free updates moving forward, like what Splatoon is doing, how you pay $60 for it, and then later on you get updates throughout the next 2 years at least. And yeah, so what else do I have to talk about? The speeds that you can race on. If that's only seen 50 to 150 cc, I would hope to see 200 cc in there at launch, but I guess not. Maybe mirror mode. I don't care too much for mirror mode. I don't really like that mode too much or that CC mode too much. So yeah. Just give me 200cc and I'll be fine. So yeah, so it's like seeing only speed tiers that rather than 4 or 5 speeds. Well, I guess middle mode was just 50cc, but flipped. So yeah, so I guess four speed tiers at this point. But yeah, moving on to the characters. I think the characters look pretty cool. Um, I know some of them definitely have gotten redesigns, like DK, for example, which I don't mind too much. I don't mind the redesign. It just takes some time getting used to. I will say. I just don't know too much about the designs of DK. I just don't know them too much, so it's like I can't really give my whole thoughts on it just because I'm not I'm familiar with Rails design for DK, but I also know Nintendo has their own design for DK, and it's like it's all over the place. I don't want to get too caught up in it, so yeah, I'm moving on. The characters themselves, they look cool and whatnot. The amount of characters is awesome, but I will say it's just not seeing some of the iconic characters like Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, the make their return. And other characters like the Koopalings, which I know a lot of people don't care too much, but not seeing them back. That's like seeing the metal characters, which I know a lot of people don't like them, but I love metal slash Jordan Mario. So not seeing them come back, that sucks. Um, what else am I? Who else am I missing? Petey Piranha, not seeing him come back, that sucks. Kamek apparently is not gonna be back, so that's a bit of an annoying. Um, and it's a bit of a bummer that it's half of the characters are like iconic Mario characters, and then the other half is just like Bowser's minions or enemies in the Mario franchise. I would say, I mean, that's cool to see them make their debut in Mario Kart, but like, come on, like, can we be a little bit more creative with the characters, like with the characters? Um, Seeing the cow, that's funny though. I will say the dolphin, that's just absolute insane. Poetry, no hands, no feet. That's just dumb, honestly. But yeah, I do hope they add more characters in future updates. Again, free, not paid. Um, and then yeah, moving on to the battle mode. At least for now, if I can't think of anything, if I can't think of anything else. Oh, the cards. Let me talk about the cards. It sucks not being able to customize your cards again, like a deluxe. I can see why. Honestly, yes, it did take time. It does take time to find your right card combination. And yes, I do know that family or friends can take a long ass time, um, having to pick and choose. But I mean, let them decide. Don't rush them and whatnot. And even then, like even the whole like, oh, I'm so happy. We're no longer gonna get this character and card combination online. Yes, you are. You're gonna see the same. You're gonna see more people use the same characters and the same cards. To have the better speeds and better and do well in races and whatnot and online. So no, you're not gonna. Just because they got rid of the whole card customization does not mean you're not gonna see like 24 Waluigi's and 24 standard cards. Like, come on, man. Like, just my goodness, like that whole like debate is so stupid. Like, if there, the only way to get rid of that is if there's no meta, there's no stats, there's no lightweights, heavyweights, no like cards that go fast, cards that go slow. Get rid of it. Get rid of all of that, and there you go. You no longer have a meta, which I don't know if Nintendo wants to do that. So yeah, I mean, whatever. But yeah, moving on to battle mode. From the direct itself, it starts not seeing the three other battle modes that were from A Deluxe make their return. And it starts only seeing the two basic modes only being in Mario Kart World, that being Balloon Battle and Coin Runners. Sure, they're fun, but they're so basic, and it's just like they're whatever that I'm gonna miss Bomb Bomb Blast or whatever that mode was called, Shine Thief and Renegade Roundup. Renegade Roundup, man, that was such a fun mode. It sucks not seeing it. And having 24 players, that would have been total chaos. Maybe have it be like 16 cops and 8 renegades. That way, there's obviously, I mean, if these tracks are going to be big, then it makes sense to only, up the renegades, no, up the cops more, so that way the renegades don't have like um an easy shot of winning. Because I do know that in 8 Deluxe, the battle maps, it did favor some of the cops on some maps, and it did favor some of the renegades on other maps. So yeah, they just have to find a way to balance it honestly, and then it'll be a fun mode. But yeah, it's such not seeing any of these battle modes come back, and yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer. What else is there to talk about? Um, okay, let me move on to something that I want to discuss a lot about, and that is bringing the content from Mario Kart to the mobile game onto Mario Kart World. Now, I do see some of the costumes and maybe even the carts come back from Tool, but I want to see all of them, and I mean all of them. Um, and oh yeah, I should also mention too, the costumes having individual slots. That's annoying. That's so dumb that hopefully, hopefully I'm not repeating myself. I'm gonna have to look back on this video because yeah, I hope Nintendo fixes that up because that's so annoying to see. Nintendo be like, yeah, all of these characters and their costumes will be individual slots, and you're gonna have to go page after page after page after page just to find the character or costume that you want to pick out. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, they had it perfectly with 8 Deluxe and how you just click on the character and then a pop up appeals, and then you just have to pick your costume. I don't why didn't they do that? That annoys me. Um, Maybe they have their own individual stats, which that would be even more annoying. So yeah. But anyways, back to what I was talking about with Mario Kart World, Mario Kart 2, and the content from that game being ported over to the the Switch 2 or Mario Kart World. I really do hope all of them come back, all of the costumes and all of the cats, what the, all of the cards and all of the coasters too that were in that didn't make an appearance in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Coast. Just because it starts seeing mobile games shut down and all of the content from those games not make its way to a replacement. So for example, I love Dr. Mario World. I am a huge Dr. Mario fan, and I love that game to no end. And when that game shut down, I was pretty sad about it. And to not have a new Dr. Mario game after so long after that game, after the mobile game shut down, that's so annoying. It's like, really? You can't even bring Dr. Mario World to a home console or the Switch? Like, you have to give us alternatives. And what I mean by that is either a brand new game or you bring the content from the set game onto the Switch. So yeah, so hopefully Mario Kart World does bring back all of the content from 2. That way that way fans of Mario Kart 2 don't have to be all bummed out when their favorite costume, like mine for example, Dr. Mario, their favorite tracks, their favorite cards are no longer gonna be able to be played with just because Nintendo doesn't want to shell out more money to keep servers going. So yeah, so hopefully they do bring all the content back from Tool. Um, and then what else do I want to talk about? I did forget to bring this up, but I do like how for the courses themselves or the tracks you can actually drive um to all of them in the Mario Kart mode. So like once you get done with one map, then the next map or the next track, you actually have to drive all the way over there. So that's pretty cool. And I am happy that Nintendo did give us a way to disable that mode. So that way it's just 3 maps on one track. Then you move on to the next map, 3 laps on that track. Then you move on to the next map, three laps on that one track, and then so on and so on. So that is pretty cool to see Nintendo acknowledge and give us options on how we want to play Mario Kart. Next up is the Knockout Rally. I love that mode so much, or the Knockout mode. I love that mode so much. It reminds me of F-Zero 99, in which if you're not in a certain placement, then you're eliminated. that is such a cool and fun mode, and I can't wait to see that be played in Mario Kart. And yeah, that's just gonna be a fun mode overall. I can't. There's not really much to say about it besides I like it. It's a fun addition to what is a fun and chaotic game franchise. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? Items, I guess, not really much to say about them. It's cool to see that they're bringing back some items like the Mega Mushroom, and they're also bringing back the Hone. Um, if I remember the seeing that, I honestly I don't even remember all the items at this point because my goodness, there's just so much like the gold Koopa shell and how it gives you a ton of coins. Oh, and how when you throw it, it has coins and it's set up in a line. That's neat. What else is there? I don't remember if there was any new ones. All of the other new items were just like returning items from previous Mario Kart games. But yeah, um, I think with that's pretty much it for my discussion. That's what I want to talk about. Um, because I don't really remember anything else. I think I pretty much covered it all in terms of what the game has to offer. Online mode that better be smooth. Local play. It's such that there's no way to play local wires. There's no way. It's such that there's no way to play 24 players locally. Um, I think the max that you can go up to it is 16, but it does start not being able to do all 24. Because like, why even have 24 players in the first place if we can't even have it in the local wireless feature? But yeah, the snapshot mode, that's cool. I'm very happy to see that being included into Mario Kart. Um, I know people can be very creative with it, and so yeah. But anyways, I think with that, that's pretty much it. But but I am saving the best for last, and that is the pricing. Yes, if you didn't think I was gonna bring that up, boy, are you wrong. So 80 dollars. I said this in my previous in my Mario Kart World Direct. But $80 after what I saw, I still don't see how this is worth 80 bucks. I will say this: if you think $80 is worth the price, good for you. I am happy for you. Hey, you think that you're getting your money's worth for $80? You know, happy spendings. I'm not gonna. I can't control what you spend on. Your money, your choices. But for me, at least, $80, that is not worth it. Um, it's so crazy to see Nintendo charge that much for a game that looks like that. And yes, I am gonna talk about graphics. Yes, it looks amazing, but I'm gonna be real. If it does not look like Red Dead Redemption 4, GTA 6, if it does not look like any of those games, don't charge me 80 bucks for it. If it looked like Spider Man Across the Spider Verse or Beyond the Spider Verse and whatnot, that whole animated trilogy, then yes, $80, that's definitely worth it. But no, it doesn't. So it looks just like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Super Mario Bros. Rondo together, and just a little bit more stylized. So yes, I don't think it's worth 80 bucks. I'm definitely gonna wait uh, on a price drop. Oh, Black Friday or whatnot, maybe get a used copy from GameStop, pay 10 to $20 less. Um, 10 bucks is probably going to, $10 less is probably what GameStop is going to sell a used copy for. So yeah. But yeah, I just don't see how it's worth it. I really don't. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say about it for pricing. And again, I do know that there's the bundle, but that's a digital copy, and some people like me don't want a digital copy. We want physical. We want to have a physical copy with a physical case. That way, that we can display it and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, just having a physical collection is cool. So to have to pay that $80 price point just to have a physical copy as well as digital by itself. Which I will say, Nintendo, if you think $50 is fine to add it to your Switch 2 bundle, shouldn't that be the price by itself on digital? I mean, if that's how much you're gonna want to charge it for on with the Switch 2 bundle, then digital dollars by itself or digital by itself should be $50. So Nintendo, what are you doing? That you're being dumb at this point. But yeah, $80 for me, that's not worth it. But if you think it is, then hey, good for you. I hope you get your money's worth. And yeah, and I think with that, that's pretty much gonna be it for this discussion. There's not really much to say, and yeah, overall, I think the game looks fine. I think it looks neat, but it's definitely for me at least, it's worth to just wait and hold on. Because at the very least, I do know that Mario Kart Deluxe is gonna have it's still gonna have an online player base. So yeah, I'm fine with sticking with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for some time until a price drop or I use copy from GameStop. Maybe even eBay. Because like I know people sell like they use copies for like $20 to $30 less than a new copy would go for. But yeah, overall, I mean, again, Mario Kart World, it's just for me, it's just a mixed amount of feelings. On one hand, I am excited, but on the other hand, I'm disappointed, and it's honestly because of that I'm gonna wait and just see what happens. And hold on. 'Cause at the very least, I still have Mario Kart Deluxe, and I still have a bunch of games on Switch One. And yeah, I think it's just best for me at least to just hold on and see what happens, especially with DLC. But yeah, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. How do you feel about Mario Kart World? Are you gonna buy it or are you gonna hold on? I do know that pre-orders happened recently, so again, if you got one, congratulations, good for you. Um, and yeah, just put your thoughts on it in the comments below. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for me. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you? Well, I already said that. But yeah, and that's it for me. This is Super Mario 19J Center. I'll see you all in the next video. I'm all over the place, man. I just can't.